Hey everyone. Okay, so what I want to do today is this is the second video of my little series about Husqvarna's new battery powered chainsaws and other equipment. So the first video was entitled the T536LiXP Husqvarna unboxing. So the first video I did a bit of an unboxing of the 36 volt top handled chainsaw from Husqvarna. Now shortly after that I did a second video in this series, which was same beginning to the title, the Husqvarna T536LiXP. And the second video was a bit of a comparison between the sort of I hadn't used this at that stage, and I was just comparing it with my other top handled saws that I still use, the 540XP by Husky. I've still got a 200 which is not running properly at the moment, and I've got my old 338XP from Husqvarna. Yeah, so I sort of did that video. It's about 10 or 15 minutes long. Watched it a couple of times, thought, yeah, that's great. Did a bit of editing, and then posted it. Now, I took it down after a few days. I think I only got 150 odd views or whatever. But a mate of mine said after he'd watched it, and he sort of said to me, you're bashing Husqvarna a little bit in that video, especially the Husqvarna sort of auto tune that I've got on my 540 and my 562. And then I sort of looked at the video again and watched it a couple more times, and I thought, yeah, geez, he's right. It wasn't my intention. I like Husqvarna. I've used Huskies for 20 odd years. Had quite a few of them, still got quite a few of them that run great. But yeah, I think I'm just new to this editing business, and I think in the editing process I sort of maybe left out a few phrases and left in a few phrases that sort of ended up making it look like I wasn't happy with the auto tune, which is not right. I think the auto tune has a few little bugs which need to be sorted out, but overall auto tune and these new Huskies are just they're awesome chainsaws. Just got power, endless power, especially in the 562. That's just gutsy as, and just pulls through wood really well. But the issues that I do have is sort of with starting and the warming up process, which they're fairly minor, but in my first version of this video I made them sound pretty major, which wasn't my intention. I'm not paid by Husqvarna. One day I would very much like to be, Husqvarna, if you're listening. I'm up for anything you've got. I do get good prices on my Huskies because I've been buying Huskies in the same shop for many years, and I get pretty good deals. So I'm a real Husky man. I know this 200 is a really good saw. They're all really good saws. Just a few little issues with this one and the old 338. But apart from that, Husky reliability is just second to none. So yeah, I just thought I've edited this video. This is the same video that I put up a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago or so, but then I took down, and what I've done is I've just edited out some of the sort of language that really made Husqvarna sound fairly bad in the video. So I thought I'll just preface my version 2 of this second part of my battery operated series. I'll preface this with this little video, and then I'll put it back up. And so this video is just a comparison straight up on the bench of these four saws. So what I'm going to do next is I've run this saw for about 2 weeks now, week and a half. I've done a few jobs with it. So I want to sit back down and do another bit of a comparison after having used this. There's a few things that I really like about it, there's a few things that are okay, but yeah, I think I want to do a series on battery powered equipment from Husqvarna. I think this is the way of the future. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much now because it'll be in the next video, so I'll just put this one back up, the initial comparison back up, and you can watch it again and you can see how I sort of bag Husqvarna a little bit too much than I meant to. And then stay tuned for part 3 of the T536LiXP from Husqvarna, where I do a bit of a review of this saw after having used it on a few jobs, and I'll talk a bit more about what I think of battery powered equipment from Husqvarna. Alright, so stay tuned, watch the version 2 of this, and I'll see you on the next video. So yeah, it's not finished, this is just a preface. Watch the rest. Alright, see you people. Over and out. Alright, so I think we've pretty much covered operation of it. Balance is good. It's just a little top handled saw. Feels really sturdy. How does it look next to a... So this is the equivalent. This is the new saw. This is the 540. You can see that this is a lot smaller. It's a lot narrower. Handle's pretty much similar, but the body of the saw is quite smaller. So this is gonna hang fairly neat on your harness. It's got this hook on the back, same as that one. I really like these hooks on the back. Just when you finish the saw, hook it onto you like a pencil carry tool or some other equivalent sort of thing. Looks nice. Weight. I don't have the light bar on this anymore. I've just put a 14-inch 14-inch bar on it. It's a bit heavier than the other bar. So this feels a bit heavier. That could just be the bar. I don't know. I can't be bothered looking at the specs, you know. If you want to know what the specs say, then look it up. But yeah, this feels a bit lighter. Certainly, let's compare it to the 200. I think the 200, same again, it's got a shorter bar. It's only got a 12-inch bar on this. These feel identical. Yeah, so weight, and then this is the old Husqvarna 38XP. This feels a bit lighter than these ones, but you know, same again. It could be I've got the home light bar. I've got not home light. I don't know, whatever these light bars are called. This is the bar that was on this one. But I just found on occasion I wanted something a bit heavier, bit longer, sorry. So I really like this saw. This was a really good saw. Good balance. You know, it had Husqvarna sort of reliability. You know, this is an old saw. Saw hasn't been started for a couple of days, and what was that, 3rd or 4th pull, just goes. Alright, so let's have a look at these saws, do a little bit of a comparison. So we've got our new T36 lithium battery operated. We'll go from oldest, so this one's the oldest. this one over here. That's the newest. That's the next one. Alright, so the old 38. Beautiful saw. Good ergonomics. Nice and light. It's probably the lightest out of all of these. Well, I don't know. This one and this one I think are very similar in weight. But this one, yeah, this is just my little farm saw now because semi-retired. It never ever really ran right. I always had a bit of problem with it bogging down. Just never had the revs that it should. I've fiddled with the churning. I've taken it into the shop and they've fiddled with the churning, but you know, it's still got compression, still starts good, but just doesn't rev like it should, as far as I'm concerned. I've taken out the spark arrestor out of the exhaust, and that helped a bit, but still never really got into that one. Everything just feels right, but it just doesn't quite run right. 200. Grunty, reliable, well, reliable in that it starts good, but she's broken down now. There's a bit of an issue with the carby or fuel line or manifold leakage, or something's just not right. It doesn't want to rev. It'll start fine, but it just doesn't want to rev. So yeah, this is a beautiful saw. Grunty, good balance. Ergonomics not quite as good as this, but yeah, just a workhorse, absolute workhorse. I'm going to get that fixed. I'll get it reconned, something like that. Yeah, got to get this one back in action, keep it in action, because that's an iconic sort of cult saw, the 200. Ask any tree climber what they reckon the best climbing saw is. Well, ask a Stihl guy. I'll say this one. I'm a Husky man, and I'm sort of thinking this is a really good saw too. I'm not going to say that it's better than this one, but they're very close, like very similar in power. This one's got a bit more low down power, so it sort of just chews through stuff a bit better, but this one's got a bit more top end power. So, you know, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other. I can't tell much difference between these two for cutting wise. This one might be a little bit lighter. Probably not at the moment because I've got the 14-inch bar on it. But yeah, ergonomics are really good on this. This little hook on the back is good for putting on your harness. But the problem with this one is sometimes it doesn't want to start too easy, and sometimes if it's been sitting, like if you haven't used it for 10 minutes, or yeah, probably 10 minutes is about the limit. Like if you let this sit for 10 minutes on your harness and you're climbing around, getting into a new position, setting up your rigging, whatever, and you try to start this again, the computer in there thinks that it's cold and it makes it warm up again. And when this is warming up, you can't use it. You've just got to wait for the computer to say, okay, I'm hot again, now we can go. And the computer does that after like 10 minutes of not cutting. But yeah, I've spoken to this Husqvarna guy at the Husqvarna shop, and they've said, bring it in. There could be something, they could either remap it, like rejig the computer back to factory settings, and there might be an update for it that might fix that problem. So I've got to do that. Now that I've got another saw to use that I can just get into every day and keep working, I can take this to the shop, see if they can fix it. I haven't done it yet because I ran over this saw with the tractor. I was doing some work around home. Yeah, I was carrying it around on the carryall behind the tractor and bounced along, fell off. I was doing some digging or something, and yeah, fell off the back of the tractor, and I ran over it. So it sort of got run over this way, and it sort of bent this a bit here. It put a crack in the air filter that's under there, and it pinched a rubber fuel line. So yeah, all I did was replace the filter, replace the fuel line, pulled it all apart, cleaned it, checked everything else, and it's actually running better now after I ran over it with the tractor than what it was running beforehand. So, I was sort of waiting. I was waiting to see if I'd killed it or not before I take it in and get him to hook it up to the computer. But I'm pretty confident now that it's all good. It's all fine. I didn't kill it by running it over with the tractor. And yeah, I'm going to take it in and see if they can plug it into the computer and fix my issue with the starting and warming up. But yeah, looking at them, this looks like a very neat little slender, good climbing saw. That's yeah, looks very neat. It's quite light. Like that is, yeah, that's a lot lighter than that. So that's going to make for good ergonomics, good to hold, good to cut with, good to hang on your harness and carry around too. I think that slender sort of shape's going to be nice and easy to move around the tree with. But yeah, I think they're all quite good professional saws. But I think yeah, so far this one's in the lead. Stihl, well, Stihl's got to make one good saw. That's it. Yeah, whatever. Still make lots of good saws. But yeah, that's my little comparison of some climbing saws. I think they're a good bunch there. I'm really looking forward to hooking this one up. See how she goes. I just love the idea of just press a button, cut, lock, off. Just so simple. So simple. I think I'm going to have to get a groundy saw like this for the chipper or something, just for sitting next to the chipper when you've got a bent branch that won't go through the chipper. You just cut it straight, feed it through. That's going to be handy too. All right. This is getting a bit long in the tooth, this video, so I'm going to shut it down, and I'll do another one soon, let you know how the 536XP LiXP goes. Alright, thanks for watching. See you people. Howdy.